read the Bible. Who am I? I'm asking God if I'm just a sinner. Need identity, help me out. If I forgot, help me remember. World telling me that I'm black and a bunch of bywords after that. Shake them up, awake the nation. All my life I had to fight like Sophia. Kick your hands off me. They killing us in these streets. Just hashtagging and start the marching. Not me, I linked up with New Breed. My iron sharpened. From the dust I was created. I speak the truth till I'm in the coffin. God is love, Jesus saying. Why they ain't tell us about the ram? New Testament say by grace. Why they ain't tell us about the tags? Deuteronomy 28. They didn't teach that in Sunday class. Who am I? Where I come from? You the seed of Abraham. Christ said he only came for the lost sheep of Israel. All that time I spent in church, they never talked about Israel. Oh, it's Christmas, oh, it's Easter, paganism that they worship. Praise Yah, been convicted, lost doctrine, get evicted. Shake them up, awake the nation. We've been scattered across the globe. Shake them up, awake the nation. True identity, we've been chosen. Shake them up, awake the nation. We the people that study the book. We learned the truth and they got them shook.
Whole world looking twisted, shaking off their hinges. Need our laws and forgiveness. Must remind you with these fringes, their rules are getting stringent. So we moving so relentless. Look around, seeing lifeless faces. Shock them with defibrillators. Now their hearts are palpitating. Now the souls are levitating. Mr. Ball is devastation. Idol steady falling down. Sacraments of desecration. In the final jubilee, according to these calculations. This is blood before dishonor. Broken free from yoke and iron. Now these heathens cannot stop us. Put no God before the Father. Sending shockwaves to your chakra. We Yehuda, they imposters. Bow our heads and let us pray. Send your son with no delay. Make them pay for their crusades. Pull the pen out, this grenade. Somebody call ballistics, cause forensics almost on the way. Yeah, this off the Richter scale. God's wrath, the earth will quake. They playing games. Triple H, mental war inseminate. The Bible's ours, let's litigate.
Shake them up, awake the nation. We've been scattered across the globe. Shake them up, awake the nation. True identity, we've been chosen. Shake them up, awake the nation. We the people that study the book. We learned the truth and they got them shook. Rise up, oh Israel, rise up, oh Israel, rise up, oh Israel, rise up, rise up.
Kwam Yasharala. Yeah. Shake 'em up, shake 'em up. Awake the nation. All praises to the God of Israel. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. I see people rolling into the building pretty quick. Gregory Smith, what's going on? Karen's in the house. Fane Regas is in the house. Shy blood before dishonor. Salute, salute, salute. If y'all like this t-shirt right here, to shake them up, you can definitely locate Shy Blood Before Dishonor at Shy_BBD on Instagram and get all the information you need to go ahead and copy one of these. It also got Isaiah chapter 52 at the bottom of the shirt. Real fire, real heat. But if you want to go ahead and place your order, you can get all the information from Shy. That's right. That's right. Tasha Israel said, blow the trumpet. That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to shake a lot of people up. We're going to rattle them from the core. You know, we're going to do it. I see Lady Elvis in here. Mark Stutz in the house. Mimi is in here. Rhonda Brown, King C3. As y'all enter the stream, make sure y'all hit it with a thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit it with a thumbs up. If you don't know the name of that song, it's Shake 'em Up, and you can find it on New Breed Music and Motivation. It's Shy Blood Before Dishonor featuring New Breed. All right. Lots of exclusive content over there. Go over there and subscribe. We have just reached the 10,000 mark on subscribership over there on New Breed Music and Motivation. And brothers and sisters, next week is my birthday. My birthday is Saturday. So I'm thinking at some point of that day, I could take Saturday and also celebrate my birthday, and I can celebrate reaching 10K on New Breed Music and Motivation. So, True Love, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Says, excited to see you, King. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Yes, yes, indeed. All praises to the God of Israel. You know, before I dive in, I should say, to these topics, I'm going to start doing a brief monologue, which will be a motivational talk. I'm going to do brief motivational talks at the beginning of streams. And for all my brothers and sisters who've been cropping and, you know, copying and pasting and editing footage from these live streams, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's highly appreciated. It is definitely doing kingdom work. It's needed. It's helping build other platforms, other channels, so on and so forth. So if you would like, brothers and sisters, at the beginning of the streams, if you would like to crop my brief motivational monologue before I get into the topic, go ahead and crop that, you know, and you could just edit it, whatever you want to do. Because sometimes I be having these topics and these lessons I want to do, but there'll be motivational talks. There'll be little downloads that the Most High will give me right while I'm doing the stream. And I'm just feeling the energy, feeling the vibes in the room. I let the spirit take over. And there's things I want to say. So I'm going to just start saying them at the beginning and then get into the topic. Yes, yes. Trey D, I'm glad you caught a live stream. Trenches, I'm glad you in here. Marie Johnson, Fane Regis, all praises. Such a blessing to build with like-minded people. Yeah, Elisa said it. We need those motivational talks. Facts, though, because right now we're dealing with a lot of leeches, a lot of parasites, a lot of energy vampires. They're running rampant out here in society. And brothers and sisters, what we got to learn right now is that we cannot respond to everything. You just can't respond to everything. Brothers and sisters, everything is not worth your energy. It's just not worth your energy. And as people, often we don't transmute our energy properly. And if you really want to build something in life, if you really an individual who got a 5-year plan and trying to do something, and you are busy putting out fires, if you busy giving energy where energy shouldn't be due, you're not going to be able to reach your goals. That's what Satan wants you to do. And you got to understand, Satan is the accuser, brothers and sisters. Anything that's slander, anything that's just not true, if it does not have a direct effect on your well-being, on your livelihood, on your life in general, listen, ignore it. Don't give these demons and devils your energy, brothers and sisters. That's what they want. They're leeches. Without your energy, they die off. A lot of people have issues with themselves. You even got grown men out here who can't take constructive criticism, can't take correction, can't take reproof. So you're going to hear back and forth and back and forth. And if men can't hold other men accountable in this day and age, you already know that this here world is spiraling out of control real quick. So that's just the motivation I want to give forth. And sometimes with age, with knowledge, with wisdom, with growth, you'll learn, you know what, man, I can't respond to everything. Yeah, somebody said this wasn't true, but why even deal with that? So, you know, that's just something, my brief motivational dialogue I wanted to get out there. Listen, don't give these people your energy. Without it, they die off. Focus on your goals. It takes a lot to have that emotional intelligence. It takes a lot to bridle your tongue. It takes more strength to walk away in situations than it does to respond. So that's just something I want to put out there for you brothers and sisters. Now, what we talking about today is we talking about transhumanism. The future's here, brothers and sisters. We living in the future. It's total recall out here. It is literally total recall out here. And I want to debunk what transhumanism is all about. Somebody said it, protect your energy at all costs. You're right. Because that energy that you divulge into other people, you need that energy to reach your goals. You too busy dealing with slander and the he say and the she say and the cliche, you ain't active in pursuing your own goals. But I digress. We're talking about transhumanism. Listen, I'm going to break this down from a biblical perspective. I'm going to go to various sources. A lot of people talk about transhumanism from a scientific perspective. But today you're going to understand this from a spiritual perspective. And for a lot of you all, this lesson will be a reminder of what takes place in the spiritual realm. And for a lot of you all, this is going to be a lot of new information that you never heard before. You're going to get an understanding, a greater understanding on spirituality, the Bible, what goes on in that realm in general, and how it manifests here on this physical plane. You're going to really understand it after this video. Geraldo, thank you for the $10 contribution. Highly appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, somebody said it's crazy. Robots and all other agendas. Yes, yes, indeed. We're going to get into that. First and foremost, I want to share my screen with y'all with no further ado. I don't want to be too long-winded because we got various sources. I want to share my screen with y'all. Barry White, back in 1983. Barry White, he warned us, brothers and sisters. Yes, he warned us about technology taking over. And you know, I want y'all to listen to the wise words of Barry White. I just happened to stumble across this particular interview, and he said some real stuff back in the 80s. And it came to fruition. And I just want to chime in on some of his talking points. Let's get it. Let's go.
See, what we see today is just the taking off of it. It's still coming. Technology is going to replace human beings. Unless you know how to program a computer or how to fix one.
Now, back in 1983, Barry White said computers are going to replace human beings. For those who don't know, over there in Miami, Florida right now, they're going to be having new Ubers. And these Ubers are going to literally have robots driving them. It's coming. It's an echo. I apologize. Let me see if I can fix the echo. If it's not too bad, please, please, please try to bear with me. For some reason, when I play my music, you hear no echo. But when I go to sources, they begin to jiggle the wire. So please be patient with me. Yeah, somebody said it. Computers was not even that big in the 80s at all. They wasn't that big in the 80s. But Barry White, he was saying some real stuff right here. Now, just think about how dangerous that is, that you're going to have cars driving people. Now, who's to say that these vehicles can't lock up and drive somebody off a damn cliff? Is mankind really going to put that much trust in robots and computers? I say they will. Yep. Somebody said Tesla with the self-driving cars programming. He just said it. Facts, though. All right, let's go.
You're going to be in trouble in that area. In our industry, the industry has changed. Studios going out of business every day in Hollywood because technology has taken it from the big studio to a little space. Something new is happening in the 80s, just for you, but you can't get lazy. All you do is just make up your mind that you're going to do something. The key to life is your attitude. Make sure you're doing what you want to do.
He said you can't be lazy. And this is what society has done to people. They made people dopamine addicts. They made people solely reliant on these computers, on these tablets, on these devices, on convenience. And Barry White said you can't be lazy because in life, In order to be successful, you have to move a certain way. And that's the real deal, what he's saying right now. And this is why there's a spirit of heaviness on people all the time. We don't unplug from this matrix. We don't go out into the woods. We don't plant our feet in sand anymore. We don't spend time in nature, going to nature reserves, leaving our cellular devices somewhere else. Or at the very least, getting those phones out our faces for a good amount of time, at least a few days at a time. We're becoming one with the system. And it's making lazy, lethargic people who cannot reach their goals and can never reach their full potential. And Barry White was saying this in the 80s, and we're seeing it right now.
You know how many people go to college for 4 and 5 years and get out and never do or use what they went to college for? Wasting time. Your goals can unfold right before your eyes, but you got to have certain priorities.
He said, you know how many people go to college, study something for 4 to 6 years that they never even do in life. All they do is waste time. And that literally is what happened. After the pandemic, let's just be real about it. A lot of these degrees are non-essential. A lot of these degrees, they could be used to pretty much wipe your ass with because they're non-essential. But what they did was they wasted people's time and they put people in debt. But he's telling our people the keys to success back in the 80s. Like, listen, the power is in you. The spiritual voltage is in you. Sometimes even these jobs be holding us back. When we got so much greatness and potential to do our own thing, to start our own businesses, be our own corporations, making sure our family is business, making sure our family is the conglomerate. Telling you, he's speaking some jewels, dropping some jewels.
The key to life, another key to life is education. Don't forget it, because if you do, you will regret it. That's anyone that don't understand how to do something, how to earn a living, how to make some money. It's a warning. I have 7 children of my own. It was 7. A warning to them. No one can escape what is getting ready to come upon us. We're not enough.
Barry White said he told his 7 children the same thing he's telling the world back in the 80s. That's how you do it. Fathers, we got to let these kids know what it is. Set up something so they know how to have something for themselves, so they know how to be bosses. Investing in land, agriculture, learning how to do things that are tangible, beginning to liquidate our currency. Because let's be real about it, brothers and sisters. We are about one social cataclysm away from the mark of the beast being ushered in. So we need tangible things that we can do. Trades, carpentry, learning, plumbing work. Tangible things that we used to do, how to till soil. The things that we did in times of old, in biblical days. We got to get back to that, man. Real talk.
Involved in the decisions that's made for this country. The people of this country really don't know what's going on. They're being told certain things, we're being told this. But when you really stop and take inventory and observe what is taking place, there's a movement going down in America. It's called moving people from one position to another. Mm-hmm. And it's not a fast movement, it's gonna take time. But one day we're gonna look around like 1986, 1987, 88. They're gonna say, well, where did all this go? Well, where did all of that go? Oh, the new computer's doing it now. Oh, the computers are doing it now. Well, what are you doing with the computers? Well, I don't know nothing about that. Our educational systems tell the young people the technology age is coming, but there's a lot of black schools, minority schools, Hispanic schools that never seen a computer. And that's one of the dangerous things, most dangerous things America can do. is to not arm the young people. We're going to have an illiterate country, man, if we're not careful. We're going to have a country of people that don't care.
I mean, did he warn us or did he warn us? Barry White, I mean, he said exactly what's happening right now. That was prophetic. Seriously. Barry White was dropping a game. He said, listen, if we don't get a hold of this thing, and then he pointed out the fact, he said, listen, if we don't get a hold of this thing, we're going to have a lazy country. People are not going to care. I mean, we're talking about the countenance on people have changed. Social interaction is not the same. Eye contact is not the same. Being around people in general, not the same. And then you got a lot of individuals who seem to be narcissistic, for lack of better terms. All they do is take hundreds of thousands of pictures of themselves, and they're in their phone all day. They literally worship themselves. I mean, this was so accurate. It was prophetic. And I just thought I would share that just to warm, that's the warm up right there. Because the rabbit hole gets deep. We're talking about transhumanism. So prepare for the rabbit hole to get deep, brothers and sisters, because it's going to go down. There's another source I would like to share with y'all. All right, let's stop this screen. If you're getting edification from this broadcast, I want y'all to go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure people get the notifications. All right, go share my screen once again. All right. All right, I want y'all to see how far they're going with this. I want y'all to see how far they are going. Yeah, somebody said Curtis Mayfield had a lot of prophetic songs as well. Absolutely. Somebody said all these spirits teleporting on people through these telephones. That's very interesting. Pac-Man. Living robots capable of self-replication. Now, I want y'all to check this out. Now, mind you, brothers and sisters, everything that they show you right now, let's make this clear. They're showing you something that they had more than likely hundreds of years ago. So I want you to just look at these things and then think about how advanced they actually are, because they never tell you all the technology or technological advances they have when they have them. They never do that. So if they have what you're about to see, imagine how far they actually are advanced. Now, I want you to listen to this. This is crazy right here. We literally living in the future, man. Check this out. These Pac-Man living robots can actually reproduce. And this source was posted December 5th, a couple hours ago. All right. And this is Reuters. I got this from Reuters channel. Xenobots is what they're called. Xenophobia? Anybody got xenophobia in here?
What a xenobot is we take skin cells from a frog egg, we put those skin cells together, and under certain conditions, that group of frog cells will hold its shape, and it will start moving in fresh water in a petri dish of its own volition. It's actually only in the last few decades, in the Hollywood era, that we tend to think of robots as metal men or metal women.
Somebody said it's an echo. Let's try that again. I'm going to turn it down some. I'm going to rewind a little bit. Sometimes when I pause it and play it, the echo ceases.
only in the last few decades in the Hollywood era that we tend to think of robots as, metal men or metal women. It's actually more what they do. And these Xenobots, in theory, could do useful work on behalf of people, which is what makes them robots.
It can do useful work on behalf of people, which is what makes them robots. That's what he said. Keep in mind that that's what he stated just now.
As these Xenobots move around, they happen to push these pellets into piles, which led us to the idea of what happens if you replace these pellets with more loose frog cells. And the result is what we published this week, which is that they will push these frog cells into piles. Cells under certain conditions are sticky, so the cells in the pile will adhere or stick to one another.
So if they can reproduce cells robotically, mechanically, now mind you, they're using a computer to do all of this. They're using a computer to do all of this. Somebody just said, just stop doing video plays on your stream. It's always so annoying. Is it really that bad? It's so weird that happens. I don't know why it's echoing. Okay, well, y'all get the gist of it. I'm going to have to go and figure this out, why it's doing that. Somebody said, no, it's not that bad. Well, not bad at all. Okay. Well, let's see if we can play a little bit more, but I would definitely troubleshoot later on to figure out why that's happening. I think it has something to do with the internet, even though it's top speed internet and all of those things. But these people, they do these things.
And over about 5 days, if the pile is big enough, it will also sprout these small hairs, these small cilia, and the pile itself will start moving. And that's a quote unquote child Xenobot.
Child Xenobots. That looks a lot like sperm, don't it? Like how sperm gravitate towards the egg. Doesn't it look a lot like sperm that gravitate towards the egg? These people are making robots. They're making robots that can reproduce and reduplicate themselves, called Xenobots. So when we're talking about transhumanism, we're talking about nowadays, right? Not only do you have the LGBT community with transgenders, with cross dressers and transgenders and hermaphrodites and all of these letters under the alphabet. But now Satan is replicating human reproduction. Satan is literally replicating human reproduction. And guess what, brothers and sisters? Everybody ain't humans. Some people are aliens and some people are robots. In the future, you're going to have literal robots that was like born. Telling you, man, we are living in the future. And it's like they're showing us these things, but I would not doubt that they already have, that they're at the very least 20 years ahead. I believe that the US government more than likely is 20 years ahead of what they're telling you. Somebody said it's starting to look like Dragon Ball Z. Somebody said mute your mic when you play videos. All right, I'll try that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, somebody said the elites are not human. They absolutely are not. But what's wrong with Genesis chapter 1:11? And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed is itself upon the earth. And it was so. And it says, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and a tree yielding fruit whose seed was after itself, after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God saw that and it was good. What's wrong with just having life? How the Most High made it. And see, this is why I teach this truth. This is why I keep the Bible alive. Even though it's a famine of the word, even though we going against these 2/3 out here who don't want to hear the truth, I want to keep this Bible alive because it's so much simplicity in truth. And sometimes we need a reminder of how God ordained things. Anytime man get to fooling with things, all hell breaks loose. Now, there's more, brothers and sisters. There's a very quick clip that I want to play for y'all, right? And this one's really quick. It's only it's about 30 seconds. Fair use. Federal law allows me to exhibit portions of copyrighted material for teaching, reproof, edification, so on and so forth. This is covered under fair use. It's just a quick video clip, quick movie clip. This is from a movie starring Gary Busey. And it's called Tribulation. Now I want to play this quick clip real quick. And I want to show y'all where everything is coming to. And brothers and sisters, I'm not sure I'm using a different platform, but if you can, please tap the like button. All right. Now, let's play this brief clip real quick. Let me see. Let's try muting the mic and see if that helps. That probably didn't help at all. You know, I'll troubleshoot later. Can you all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. And thank y'all for being patient. Okay, cool. All right, we'll try that later. Now, first off, I want y'all to notice this scene right here. He looks to be at a phone booth. You see the all-seeing eye there, and it says, world unity is a shared responsibility. If you hear the alarm, do your part. Interesting that Satan is always coming in the auspice of unity. When the Most High God said he sent his son to bring a sword, separation, dividing the wheat and the tare. Matter of fact, in Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, it reads, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Meaning, in this day and age, in this day of revelation, there will be a great division that's taking place. So every time somebody is talking unity and peace and coming together, that don't always equivalent to something righteous. Satan wants unity. He wants everybody united under the beast system. He wants everybody united under Satan's system. And this is why he wants us to be acceptant of all of these various lifestyles that's contrary to what the scriptures tell us. Now I'm going to play this clip real quick.
Yourself.
It's very important. And your payphone doesn't work. My wife I need to talk to.
Let me see your hand.
Let me see your hand.
Hey, I'm going.
I've been parked. I'm okay.
Yourself.
Now, brothers and sisters, if this ain't predictive programming, I don't know what is. And for those who think that we're not coming to that, just pay attention to what we've allowed so far. Pay attention to what we have allowed here in this society. We've allowed, let's see, the list can go on and on and on. We've allowed, all right, an experimental, I gotta word this carefully. An experimental procedure on the people before it even had any certification whatsoever. We allowed that in order to be incentivized. We've allowed these people to compromise our livelihood in exchange for an experiment with no pushback. They've done such a great job in making people comfortable. Somebody said that's Nick Nolte. No, that's Gary Busey. We've allowed it. So who's to say that we ain't gonna have that the mark of the beast ain't gonna be issued? And I ain't saying we gonna have it, but people are going to receive it. A lot of people are going to get the mark of the beast. Let's just be clear about that. And it's coming. Let's go to these scriptures. Let's go to Revelations. Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Now, when it says causeth all, it's talking about people from all walks of life. It's not talking about every breathing soul, because you always have a choice. You may lose certain perks in society. You may lose certain conveniences. And it's ironic that in that movie scene, he walked into a convenience store. That speaks volumes, because really Satan can only rattle your convenience, get you comfortable and conditioned, fatten you up for the slaughter, so much so that you don't have no fight in you. These people are very patient. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say if he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. There's coming a time where people, the remnant, the chosen, are going to be outlawed for not wanting to receive this mark. Somebody said, what's the movie called? It's called Tribulation, starring Gary Busey. Let's see. Let's get Cali Kills out of here. Boom, you're blocked. If I have any moderators in the building, make sure you're getting these people out of here. Damn, that just got to feel bad. For you to be a grown-ass adult in somebody else's live stream, and you got to go sit your ass down in the corner because you don't know how to behave in somebody's chat. Yeah, if I have any moderators, I'm going to have to start giving more wrenches out, because there's a lot of trolls coming up into the chat. If you don't like what's being said over here, why are you over here watching it? This is for people who want real understanding of the book. This is for people over here who really trying to follow the Most High. Yeah, a grown-ass adult getting put on timeout in somebody's chat. Let alone you on a biblical channel. That's crazy. That's like you walking in somebody's church and getting your ass booted out their church because you don't know how to act in the church. For real. Somebody say carry on with the lesson. I got you, my brother. But sometimes you got to put these people in their place, man. But there's more. Now I want y'all to understand with this mark. It's not just a physical mark. This mark is an idea. This mark is a concept. A lot of people already have the mark of the beast. A lot of people already have the mark of the beast. You know why? Because their conscience is seared. That's why the Most High said in their hand or in their forehead. Is he talking about a physical chip going into somebody's forehead? Or is he talking about a person's conscience being seared? Is he talking about a person already reverencing the beast? That's why it also goes on to say the number of the beast. Meaning if they're into the 666 culture, the demonic culture, if they're under that frequency, if they have become reprobated, they already have the mark of the beast. They already a part of the 2/3. And I'm going to say this. A lot of people who put their trust in man during the calamities that we've been facing, a lot of people who put their trust in man and went and rendered themselves, it's too late for them. They've made a decision. They made a choice. They operate in fear. Because anybody who's serving the Most High already know what time it is right now. It's a spirit. It's a concept. The Antichrist spirit is not just a physical mark. There's a lot of people walking around right now that got the mark of the beast. There's a lot of people who are reprobated. There's a lot of people who have bowed down and sold their soul to whoredom. Sold their soul to have the luxurious lifestyle. So don't think that the mark is just something, oh, well, I didn't get that, so I don't have nothing to worry about. No. If you ain't serving the Most High, you got the mark. If you part of them 2/3, and we giving hell to them 2/3 right now. We shaking them up from the core. They don't even know what to do. They too afraid to turn to their God, to turn to the Creator, turn to our God. Them 2/3, they shaking. Now, I want to put something in perspective for y'all, because we breaking down transhumanism, and this is done in a way in which a lot of you have never heard. Let me explain something to y'all. There was a lot of deep spiritual politics that took place in the heavenly realm. Very, very deep spiritual politics that took place when Satan was casted out of the heavens. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's get into it. Let's go into some scriptures. Let me break this down to you, what transhumanism really is all about. And we ain't going to do this from a scientific perspective. We're going to do it from a spiritual perspective. Let's see. Let's get into these scriptures. Y'all bear with me one moment. Here we go. Revelations chapter 12, verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels. Let me read that again. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accusers of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before God day and night. Now, y'all got to understand what took place in the heavenly realm. Now, I want y'all to open your minds here. I want you to really look at this thing and pay attention to what's about to be said. I want you to visualize and picture what happened in the heavenly realm. There was great politics going on. Satan actually put up a petition to overthrow the commander-in-chief. Michael being the chief angel, along with Gabriel and the army of angels. They actually went to war in the heavenly realm. But before they went to war, it was politics, just like you see here on this planet. So Satan, being this beautiful angelic force that was very talented and skilled in playing music, who dominated the orchestra, Satan went to angels, which they were casted out, as the scripture said. His angels fell with him, right? Satan caused an uprising in the heavenly realm. He went to these angels, and what he did was he started to get into the angels' minds. And what he did essentially was he made them jealous of mankind. He made the heavenly angels jealous of mankind because why? They had to serve us. See, even though Satan was such a great angel in heaven, before he was casted out, before the envy came in, his job was still nothing more than was to serve us. See, everything in the heavenly realm, far as the angelic forces go, their job is to serve man. And this is how he sold it to the angels. Listen, why are humans better? Why does the Most High God look at human beings better than us? Why are they better than us? Why do they get to have sex? Yep, because that was one of the things. The angels came down and dealt with women and bore giants, as the scriptures tell us, along with the book of Enoch. He said, look, they get to have sex down there, and we got to serve them. We got to protect them. Look at them. These humans are faulted. They're flawed. And this is the dream he sold to the angels. And he said, one day, listen, I will ascend up to the heavens, and I will overthrow the Most High. I will be like him. And as a promise, you can be like those people. You can live like them. So it was an envy that sprawled, not only for the Most High, but for us. And let's go to it. Let's back it up with some scripture here. Revelations 14:9. And the third angels followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man, hold on, that's the wrong one. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Let's reread that, and then we'll go to another verse. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon fought his angels and prevailed not. It says, and the great dragon was casted out, the old serpent called the devil, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. He was cast out into the earth. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels cast it out with him. Now, these demons, these so-called angels, because they were demons after they fell. When they fell, they changed their natural state, as the scriptures tell us. They were no longer relegated to physical bodies. These angels were denigrated to terrestrial beings that just hover around, move around. And what they did with science, with this transhumanism, they promised that these angels, these fallen angels, these demons can have physical bodies like humans. So what would Satan need? Satan would need to get into your bloodstream. He would need to get into your DNA so those angels can have host. And that's what's happening. Demons are getting host. And it all started up in the heavenly realm. That's transhumanism. Demons want being jealous of humans and wanting to be like humans. So they want to walk this earth. So they need a host. And science has found a way to cultivate this host, which is the people. Yep, somebody said that's deep. It really is. Jude chapter 1 verse 6 says, and the angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved them in everlasting chains under darkness, unto the judgment of that great day. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. So since they left their first estate, they are forced to just pretty much be parasites. Thank you for the $5 contribution. Hands with Golden Dove. Highly appreciate it. Courtney, thank you for becoming a member. Harriet, thank you for becoming a member as well. Highly appreciate it. Yeah, Chosen One said, man, that's deep as F. Facts, though. And that's just the truth. And I think a lot of people needed to be reminded of what transhumanism is. And y'all got to forgive me, y'all. I'm not feeling 100%, but I'm pushing through it. So y'all just bear with me. Lady Elvis, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Highly appreciate you. Somebody said, how do you become a member? It's a join tab by the subscribe button. You have to use a laptop. But fret not, my brothers and sisters, fret not. Fret not. Because the truth of the matter is there's going to be a remnant. There's going to be a remnant. Jeremiah chapter 23, 3-6 reads, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again in their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. Neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in this earth. In his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. See, this is what Christ came for. To be the king over Judah. To be the king over our people. Because the Bible tells us, if the Lord didn't shorten these days, that no flesh would survive the onslaught of these people. But this is the reason for the ultimate sacrifice. This is the reason blood was shed on Calvary. This is the reason why we're going to elevate. This is the reason why we don't have nothing to fear if we in this truth. Because we have a savior. We not no people of no God. Even though 2/3 of us are. 2/3 of us want to get out here and pump and dump, smash and dash. 2/3 of us out here want to jug and finesse. 2/3 of us out here, they want to treat their brothers like the enemy. 2/3 of us don't want to hear the truth. They think it's a joke. They think it's a game. It's all about validation. It's all about views for these people. It's all about being seen and accepted by men for these people. So much so the word of God, it puts them in fear. Yeah, somebody said they feel guilty after hearing the truth. Absolutely. They under a strong delusion. The time is coming where the Most High God is going to gather his remnant. And notice he used the word remnant. Looks like I got to clean my camera off, my lens. There's going to come a time where the remnant is gathered. And there ain't going to be too many people who are going to take heed to this word. But I believe that a great deal of those people I'm in the midst of you, brothers and sisters. And we building together. And y'all make sure the likes match the views, family, please. Because they don't want content out like this. They want divisiveness. They want arguments. We got to empower ourselves. We got to stop relying on this system and start building ourselves. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a seed. We got to water that seed. We got to nourish that seed. We got to nurture that seed. All praises to the God of Israel. I thank each and every one of y'all. It's been an extremely extraordinary time building with y'all. Lions of Zion, I see you. All praises to the Most High. I want you brothers and sisters to follow me on Patreon. You see the link on the page. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe. For those who know how to crop various portions of the stream, please do that for me. It's highly appreciated. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll be talking to y'all soon. With that being said, shalom and peace.